hundreds of homes have been evacuated and thousands are without power tonight after widespread flooding across parts of northern England.
Emergency teams are attempting to help hundreds of people badly affected by serious flooding.
Flood warnings and alerts are still in place across the whole of Greater Manchester.
Fire crews went out in boats to help rescue those who were cut off.
It's been graffitied for when the flood happened, because you never know in time to come, these houses may not even be here. You know, people need to be aware, because this is, with the way the climate is now, this is going to be the future of things to come. People need to be aware of what happens, because we're not used to this kind of thing in this country at all.
They opened the window, my children and my husband, and the children just pulled me through the window because it was up here on me when I stood up.
I seen the river coming over the wall, and then it was just chaotic from there.
I've tried to drive home on Great Clue Street. The police have stopped me halfway up the road. I've got all the kids in the car. They've said, love, you can't drive down there because it's been flooded. So I was like, well, I live down there. And it was bizarre, it was quiet, it was eerie, there was no noise, it was dark. And I seemed to think that my house had not got flooded for some reason. I don't know why that was.
I got a telephone call because I lived near to the river from the environmental agency, which was a general one that they put out to our people, saying that there was a possibility of the River Haelo flooding.
On Boxing Day, obviously, we had one of the worst floods in history of the area. The things that hit me when I first arrived was the sheer amount of stuff that people had to get out of their homes. I'm talking Christmas trees, fridge freezers, children's presents.
Settees, tables, cookers, fridges, everything. Bags of clothes, just people's belongings. Everyone was devastated, no one knew what to do, the houses were a mess, everything was black.
And then there was a lot of people that were saying to me, we weren't in when it happened, our home was literally floating when we got back.
Once we hit Broughton Road, which is the second road up, we had to walk straight into the water. It was bizarre, all the way down this street.
My husband and daughter took the dogs for a walk. My husband came back and said there's water coming through the wall, and everyone started putting stuff upstairs. John, I know, man, I know, he just lives over the hill, that he'd be on his own, and he has heart disease, and I went to make sure he was okay. My family's phoning saying, come back, because if you don't come back, you won't get in the house. But I stayed there, and a local lad and a policeman went in and got him out, but as I came back, I couldn't get in. The water was up to the top of my legs. My husband said, go round the back, and my children pulled me through the living room window. My family came round, my friend came round, they got all the stuff upstairs. Me and my husband stayed in the house that night, and we was upstairs, and while we was upstairs, there was a boat come down the street. You think you only see things like that on the television.
So this is where me and my niece was for maybe 3 hours. We just stood here shouting to my friend over there, how's it going? What's happening? Because we was all saying, how's it happened? And then Pam's there with her torch, she was shining her torch, we had our torch. We made the best of a bad situation at the time.
It's a good neighbourhood, we all love it round here. Everyone's friendly, you know what I mean? And we all get on and look out for one another.
Helping Hands is a minor repair service and we help the elderly and vulnerable people of Salford. So we go out doing all different types of jobs. We actually went out on Boxing Day and helped all the residents of Salford.
It was good to see all the community come together because you hear a lot of negative things about Salford and there's a lot of nice people in Salford.
Boxing Day night actually, me and Ada come to the warehouse and got loads of warm packs which are like blankets, cups, gloves, socks, and we took them down to the beacon for people if they needed them. And then the day after, our boss Joan had texted all the lads in work and the girls and they all come in work and we all went out cleaning, taking furniture out, giving water out, sandwiches.
Couldn't sleep that night. I was there at Boxing Day night. I was very bothered about what was happening in the flood. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, I sent a text out to all the staff asking them, basically saying, you've had enough turkey and mince pie now. Our friends in Salford need our support. Anyone who wants to help, please be at the office at 9 a.m.
I think the community spirit of Salford was absolutely amazing. Even though I live in Salford, I didn't realise how close people would get in a disaster.
It was amazing to see how all the community come together as well.
I just think the people of Salford are absolutely great people.
I spoke to Kerry over the phone. I said, yeah, come in and we'll donate some carpets. And obviously we donated quite a lot of carpet to Kerry, which helped a lot of victims for the floods. It just goes to show that, you know, we're there for the community and we're a tight community, so we help each other out.
The Salford people have always been a close-knit community, and what could have highlighted it better than the floods?
I don't know why I didn't think I was flooded because the water was here. The water was here. And I still said to Danielle, it's all right. So obviously the door was shut and the water was up to here on the door. So I opened the door and I was just looking through and I could just see it. So calm, it was bizarre.
My name's Noel. I'm from the Damson Restaurant Group. We cook here at the Broughton Trust every Wednesday and Thursday. We cook for a couple of hundred people, homeless people, refugees and old people who need a good meal. We do it with young people of Salford, mainly from Broughton. Floods was a disaster. I thought the community, how they got together was amazing. This kitchen was flooded. It took us about 3-4 weeks to scrub it, get it back to where everybody came in, helped scrub the kitchen down, and now we're back up and running. There was mums, there was elderly people, members of the Broughton Trust themselves, and some of the young people that cook in here all came in just shortly afterwards and grabbed whatever they could. Mops, buckets, water. We just gave everything a good cleaning down. It was very hard, it was very difficult, no two ways around it. Plus, the people that were helping us to get this place back up and running also had their home flooded as well, so that was doubly difficult for them. But I thought it was an amazing community. Salford's always had a great spirit anyway, and they just demonstrated the spirit of Salford when all this disaster happened. And it's a testament to them that we're able to cook for a couple of hundred people today.
7:30 in the morning, wasn't it? So everyone started to get up and I went to bed. Because I'd been up all night. I'd been up all night singing, keeping people happy.
We were involved as part of the greater community in the Boxing Day floods and making sure that all the residents and tenants and householders within Salford were looked after from Boxing Day through to New Year when the event occurred. The community spirit in Salford was absolutely fantastic during that time. What I witnessed in those very, very early stages, I've never known a community spirit like it, and I'm proud to be part of Salford.
It seemed to have stopped right at the bottom of the street, but it was bizarre because there's a pub called the Palatine at the bottom of the street. Now people was coming out of the Palatine quite drunk because it was Boxing Day night. They said it was going to be maybe 1 to 50 years every time it will flood. But if that's the case, then my kids are going to be in the next one.
People had asked me earlier on in the day about ties. Did I need any? And I said no because I was insured. When it turns out I wasn't insured for none of my childminding equipment, I was only insured for house contents.
About 85% of residents within the area didn't have home contents insurance. Residents lost a lot of personal items, and I think that's a lesson to be learned for the future.
took us years to be able to afford to have a big one. We used to have a sign here already, but after the floods, when we've been redecorating and I was looking, I seen this sign and I thought this was just so true. It does take hands to build a house, but it's love to build a home. I said to one of me mum's children who mind her son, I said soon the house will be a home to her. Again, it's nearly all finished. She went, Elaine, it's you and John who make the house a home, not the furniture what's in it. Which did bring me to tears actually when she told me that. Now everybody's been through something, we all understand each other a lot more and we all say hi to each other more.
Since the floods, everyone's got that little bit more in common.
I don't think anybody at that time could do much more than what the people of Salford was doing for them. They did all club together.
The community of Lower Broughton is a very, very close and good community. I mean, where else would you really get people knocking at your door saying, are you Elaine, and handing your toys over, or handing you food? Where else would you get that? The people of Salford, I think, are the best community ever, and some of the best people live here.
Salford people are the salt of the earth, as they say.
I always knew this area had a real kind of look after your neighbour approach, but it wasn't look after your neighbour, it was look after everyone, and it was just something really remarkable to see. It's something that will stay with me for a long time.
The community spirit I see and actually made me want to cry, because I was that proud of being from Salford with Salford people. And I think Salford should be proud of themselves.
And let's hope steps are taken that it doesn't happen again.
Here we are again, end of all the floods. It's all moved forward. We're now at August, nearly the end of August. It's finished. This is the end result. The houses are dry, all the works are finished, the sun's shining, people are enjoying themselves. Couldn't ask for anything better. Let's get this on. Happy Street, Gordon Street winner. Get in there, Salford. We've done the floods and we're living through it. Strong. Get in there. Thank you.